Welcome back. Let's now here make a simple practice. So this one here is a good for a beginner, and here we'll use 6 command. We will use the circle, the line, turn radius, trim, offset, and last one will be the Presspull command. It is very simple, and we have here the sketch and with all dimensions. Let's now here starts, and we'll just start with first stop these continuous orbits. Just press ES key, and I will here start a new section. So I have this one here. It is very important when you start making a drawing, define the limits of your drawing. So it is very important to define, and I will just here put 0,0, enter, and we'll put 250 because my drawing is not above this dimension. And we'll come here and then goes to zoom all. So now it is all done, it is all set up the limits, and we'll start making drawing. So as you can see here on my right, I have the circle 6440, and we have this line in 130. Let's now start there, and it is also very important to activate the auto mode to have a straight line, and I will now activate the line and then make one line with 130, enter. So now it is complete, and next step will be make the circle with a diameter, as you can see here, and we'll make the circle right there, and this one will be 64, enter. Now let's make a second one with a 40 in the same center, 40, and then enter. Now I'm gonna make another one right in this side right here, which is 80 and 131. Let's just make these two circle right there in the center. I'm gonna have the first one 80, and we have a second one which is 131 in the same center. Okay, 131, done. Okay, now we have another one right here, which is inside 20 diameters and outside is 40. Let's now here make, and we have the distance of between 30. So we have a distance 53 plus 47, which is 100. So let's now here make, and before that we'll just here make a second line, which is a horizontal line from this point. We'll just start right there and just make like that, and then enter, repeat the command. From this center, now I can put one line with 100, which is 53 plus 47, which is 100. We'll come here, I'll put 100. Okay, so that's awesome. And from this point, what we'll do right in this end, I will have these two circle, one for 40 and other one for a 20 diameter. Let's now here start with the smallest one, which is 20. Come here, put 20, and a second one in the same center, which is 40. Okay, now so we have done. Now let's do this two on the side. So for that, what we're gonna do, we'll make the first one is a radio now, so a 20 and 14. Let's just here change the circle to the radius. Okay, now it is activated, but before that I need to define the center point. So how to define that? See that these two circles are done in a distance of 53. So I will now activate the offsets. Just type offsets in your keyboard, or you can also come to the modify section and then find the offset right here. So this is the offset. Now let's now define the distance, which is 53, enter, and it will be from this line right there. So this is 53, and that's the one we want. Now what we're gonna do, we'll make an offset of this offset will be 94. let's just here, or we can again type enter and then define the offset with 94 and then enter. Will be this line right here to the right and also to the left, because we're gonna have two of them to the left. Okay, that awesome. So now we have defined the center point, which is right in this point here. Let's now here define the circle with the radius of first 14 right in this point. So we're gonna have here radius 14. Okay, repeat the command. Also in this side we have the radius of 14. I'm just doing one by one, and we have the second one, which is the radius of 20 in the same center right here. We're gonna have 20, and we're gonna also have another one right in this side of 20. Let's just come here and then type enter 20. So now after that, what we're gonna do now, we'll work with the tan radius. So we can now delete this construction line, as we have already. We don't need it anymore for this one, and also this one here. We don't need it anymore. Let's just here delete. Now, what we'll do from this point is using the tan radius. Come here in the circle, and we have the tan radius, and we can start define here the radius. So we have the first one, which is this one here, right? So this side, which is a radius of 40, and it is outside. We're gonna come here to this tan. Select here, so this tan, the first one here, the second one, and then define the radius, which is 40 diameter, radius 40, and then enter. Okay, repeat the command if you want, or just come here, activate, and we're gonna have the same one right here, the first one and the second one, and then define the radius 40 as well, enter. So we have this one here, right? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use the trim. Just type trim. We're gonna here use the trim. Just type trim, and we're gonna use define the cutting edge. What will be right? This one here, and this one, and also this one. Okay. Now give enter. So we can just come here to this circle, delete the rest of it, same thing in this side. Done. So we have this first one here, not finished yet, and we can also go up, just decrease a little bit here. So to go up, we're gonna do something. What we'll do, so we're gonna come here, right, tan radius, and then define right here, and also this point, and then define the 128, and then enter. So so we have that one, right, and we can also have another one in this side, tan, right, also there, and then define the radius 21. Okay, so what we're gonna do, something, we're gonna here activate again the trim, just tap to trim, and then define the cutting edge, what will be this one, and also this one here, and then give enter. Now you can just come to the circle right there, delete, and also right here. So we are having the shape of our drawing and not finished yet. Now let's continue and do something right in this side. So here we have two radius in this side. First here, so we have 40 and we have 20. Let's now do this two as well. Now we're gonna also come here, tan radius, right? We're gonna come here to this point, here, define, and we have 20, and then enter. So it is already done. Let's now here as well come to this one here, right? So we're gonna have this one, right? We're gonna have here tan, and also here tan, and then define the radius, which is 40, and then enter. So we have here two. Now let's use again the trim. I'm gonna use here the trim. Okay, so that's the trim, and we're gonna here define the cutting edge. We're gonna use this cutting edge here, right? And also this one here, so for the first one, and then enter, and then come here, and then just click, done. Let's now repeat the command, the trim as well, define as well this cutting edge, and also this one here, the one of outside, and then enter. Now let's also do here the same with this one here. Okay, come here, done. So repeat again the trim by just type enter, and before that let's just make also the circle right here. So this one here, if you don't want to put them here, just put like below. For that, just type use icon in your keyboard, okay, this one here, right? And then just define non-origin. Let's just here define non-origin. Okay. Come here and then define non-origin. This one here, okay, so we'll just go down. Okay, now let's here start and then define tan radius. Now we're gonna come here to this side, okay, and then define the first one, which is 20, and then enter. Do the same thing with the other one, which is right here, tan, and also here tan. Now define, which is 40, and then enter. So we have the two. We're gonna do the same thing. Just go to the trim, and then trim. Define the cutting edge. I can start with this one here, this one, and this one here, right? Then enter, and then just come here and then click done. Okay, enter again to repeat the command. Define this one here, the cutting edge, and also this one, and then enter and come here, click. Okay, done. So as you can see, we have defined the one outside. It's already done. Now what we're gonna do is making this thread inside. To do that, it is very simple. We're gonna start, as you can see, so we have the radius of 12. Let's here start and then go back to the sequel of radius, and we're gonna make the first one right in this side here, okay, and then will be the radius of 12, and then enter. So that it is done. What we're gonna do, we're gonna use the polar array. Just type or just come here to the line commands and then just put polar array. So it is right here. So this is the one we want. Okay, polar array. So it is now activated. Select the object, which will be this circle here, and then enter. Specify the center. The center will be right here. So that's the center, right? So this is the center, then click. So we have here 6, which is the one we want. If you can hear in the count, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that 6 we want, and then come here. We have also 6 items. And then close the arrays. So it is done. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna as well use the trim. Type the trim. So as you can see, we are only using 5 commands by doing this drawing. Now we're gonna define this one here as a cutting edge. This main circle here. Just click there and then give enter. Now we can delete everything, outside the circle, right there. So that's the way we do this drawing, and then just type enter to deselect the command, and then we can also enter again to select the trim and type once more enter. Okay, now we can also cut right this one here. So if you want to zoom a little bit just to have good looking, just come here and then we can just delete this one here. Okay, so we are having the shape of our drawing, right? So that's one we want, and you can see it is straightforward, not difficult to do. And we can also delete right now also this one here, we don't need anymore, and also here this one as well we can also delete, just to have the final of our drawing. So that's the way we make this drawing, and so it is all done. And also here, and also this one I'm gonna delete as well. So as you can see, we have complete the drawing. And what we're gonna do, we'll just here enter to deselect, and we can also delete this line. We don't need anymore this construction or guidelines. We don't need anymore. Delete. And after doing that, what we're gonna do now is we'll now use the 3D modeling. So we'll go to the workspace switch, which is here, right? So this is the workspace switch. So mine is mechanical, and the can come with a different name, which is the initial workspace. So it can come with a different name. Don't worry, just focus here, and then you just come here to this array, and you will change to the 3D modeling. Just come here, right, and then click 3D modeling. So it may take time. It's depending on your computers, depending on your computer speeds. And once you are in 3D modeling, so as you can see now, let's just see. I'm gonna press pull I'm gonna use here the last command, which is the Presspull, and just bear in mind that the width of this drawing is 40. You can say here, so it is a 40 all along the drawing, right? So it is a 40. Let's show here now maximize, because we don't need that guide anymore, so that's the one we want. And once you are in the 3D modeling workspace, what we'll do, just come here, change to the shaded, just to see very well the drawing, and also here, so it is unsaved view, just change also and put surf east, just to have a good look of your drawing. Okay, now it is now done. What we'll do, we'll come to the Presspull, which is here, this one, right? And just put your cursor, you know, inside until all become blue. Just click and then move up, right? So you move up and you will define the width, which is 40, right? And then enter. So it is complete. As you can see, this is our drawing. Our drawing is complete. So if you want to see, just I will here press shift and then the control in my mouse, right? I'm pressing shift and also the wheel in my mouse, just to activate automatically the orbits. So as you can see, that's the drawing, right? And I can also select to delete all the line, because I don't need the line anymore, right? And I can just come here, select everything. Let's just first do that and then select everything, because we don't need this line anymore. Just come here and we can delete all the line, right? So we have our drawing. Drawing is right complete, and again, press shift, press the wheel on your mouse, and then you can rotate if you want, right? Like that. And that's the one. Last thing I want to do, I will also make that color that we have in an initial drawing. Just, you know, you can just double click, right? And then come here, color, click here in the color, just to change the color, and you can just put cyan, right? So that's the one we used, and that's the way we make this drawing. So if you want to orbit, to have that continuous movement, just come here, you know, to the orbit, and then select continuous orbits. Then you can just move this, give the start moving like that, and they will turn. So that's the completion of this drawing, as you can see. I hope you like, and please don't forget to subscribe, and see you to the next videos.